Yesterday you people have chance to complete, okay, how to create, how to import the source, from the source database that is known as SDBU. Today we are going to understand how to import the target, from the target database that is known as TDBU. We'll go and try to understand that one. Let me go for exercise 2. This is what I have here, exercise 2. If you go and see, exercise 2, import a target schema. As part of this one, what we are going to do is, in this exercise, the student will import a target definition for the relational database table, ODS underscore employee table. We are going to import it. Your source is what yesterday? It is a employee table is your source. And here today our target is ODS underscore employee is the target. Source table and target table are different. Source table is available in a schema that is known as SDBU schema, and target table is available in a schema that is known as TDBU schema. Now we are trying to import the target we are importing. How to import is very simple. All you need to do is open the warehouse designer. There is nothing but where it is available is go to the start. Yes, Neeru, I given control to you. Go to the start.
Hi, sir. Before starting, I have a question.
Yeah, I given control to you. If you have a question, you can go with the chat. For some reason, I am not able to hear this audio. Can you give me some? Purna? ఏం చెప్పాను పొద్దున స్పీకర్స్ లేవని చెప్పాను కదా తొందరగా పిలిచి ఆఫీస్ బైక్ తెప్పించు right Neeru, I given control to you. Please try to go to the start. Yes, then go to the all programs. Excellent. Then Informatica 9.1.0. Top we have the Informatica 9.1.0. Then client, then Power Center client, then Power Center designer. Now yes Neeru, please go with your question if you want, but no speakers are available with me. What are the target tables? Target table is ODS underscore employee. That is what our target table. In real time also, the target table is nothing but whatever you are going to create, there is a target table. Okay. You can speak out, Neeru. I think it is working.
Sir, I wanted to understand how we create the target table, what are our logics to create the target table, before mapping it to source to target. I don't have a clarity actually.
Okay, yesterday you missed the class, right? That's what it is. So what is the requirement to create the target is totally reporting end. Okay, so reporting guys are going to give the instructions. Okay, this is what my target table, these are the columns I want it. Okay, based on that one, data modeling guy is going to create the target table. Even in my case, I created the target table. Okay, this is what the lab data from the lab data target.sql. If you go and see here, open with Notepad, these are the target tables I created. Okay, in that one, we are loading today one table. The table is known as ODS underscore employee table. We are trying to load it. For this ODS underscore employee table, what is the source is coming is, source is nothing but coming from here. Okay, this is what the source. The source is I am taking employee table is the source what I am taking it. Okay.
So our source tables and target tables are always on the different databases, right?
Yeah, source table and target tables are always on the different databases. But in our training room, we are maintaining both the things in the same database that is known as ORCL. Source as well as target, both we are maintaining the same database ORCL. However, the schemas are different schemas. I think your batch number is B108 and HDBU I used as a source. And we have here B108 TDBU. TDBU I used as a target. Different schemas I maintained for the source and target. This is for the source, and B108 TDBU I used as a target. Okay.
Okay. So in real time, how they maintain two databases, like one for source and one for target?
Exactly.
Is that so?
Yes, correct. In real time, people are going to maintain one for source database, one for target database. Even
And they can be different databases also, or
yeah, they
it
can
should
be
be
different.
same.
They can be different databases. One is SQL Server, one is Oracle database, one is normal flat file, one is a actual database. It may be anything. And in reality, sources may be a number of sources may be available. I mean to say, some data may be coming from SQL Server, some data may be coming from our what I can say Oracle, some data may be coming from something else also. Sources may be a number of things will be available, but target is only one thing will be available.
Where we want to build our data warehouse, that would be our target, and source
Exactly.
can be anything, like any data source, suppose JD Edwards,
Correct.
Simple
Yes,
Analytics, all
you
those.
can take that like that. JD Edwards is one of the source. JD Edwards is actually application. That application backend, whatever database is available, the database is called a source database. Okay. And if PeopleSoft is available, that is the one application. Backend, whatever database is available, that is a source database. Civil is the one application. Backend, whatever database is available, that is nothing but our OLTP database.
Okay, so we have to connect these applications to our OLTP database.
Correct. That is the reason. Yesterday, if you go and see here, let us say this is what our repository, what we need to connect it, B108 RS. Then go for the password as administrator is the password. Connect. Yesterday Yusha imported, this is the table she imported, employee table she imported. How she imported, if you go to the source analyzer, this is what the source analyzer. Then we have here source menu. You can import directly a PeopleSoft table. Okay, you can import here directly a Salesforce table, or you can import any relational database table. You can import using the database, or it may be any file. It may be normal delimited file, or it may be COBOL file or XML file. Anything you can do it. You got it right?
Okay, so we should have tables in source database first.
Obviously, source database will be there. Without that one, how will be data warehouse? Okay, source database should
No,
be there.
yeah, source database is there, but the tables also we have to create, or we just import the tables?
See, source database we won't create it. Source tables we won't create it. Source table data also we are not going to populate it. The data automatically populates whenever they are working it. Let us say Facebook is one application. The Facebook, whenever you are working, automatically Facebook backend, whatever database is available, that database will be loaded with the data as well as tables.
Okay.
Okay.
But the target database, we create the tables in that.
Target database, tables we are not going to create it. Tables will be created by our data modeling team. That data we are going to load it.
In those tables.
Correct.
And these tables will be created on the basis of the source tables, right?
Yeah, these tables will be created based on the source tables. That's correct.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Now we'll try to import a table as a target. We'll try to import a table as a target. For that, click on the next to this one, we have one button that is known as Target Designer. Click on the Target Designer. Click on the Target Designer. Then go to the Targets menu. Targets menu. Targets menu bar. Menu bar is available in that one. Targets menu bar. Targets menu bar. Targets menu bar. Click on that. Then go to the targets. Then import from database. Click on import from database. Then we need to we have here ODBC data source, but yesterday you created B108 SDBU. This is for source database. Now we need to create one more ODBC connection for the target database purpose. For that, what you need to do exactly? You need to click on this button, whatever available here. Click on the three dots. Click on the three dots. Then go to the system DSN. Then we need to go for add. Add. Click on add. Then in the bottom, you have one thing that is known as Oracle database driver. Select the Oracle database driver. Select it. That's correct. Click on finish. Now it's asking data source name. You can provide the data source name. Anything you can provide. You provide the B108 TDBU. B108 TDBU. B108 TDBU. Okay. Now provide the TNS service name from the drop down as ORCL. This is what the ORCL you need to provide it. And user ID is, what is the user ID? It is, user ID is B108 TDBU is the user ID. B108 TDBU is the user ID. Then we need to click on test connection. Click on the test connection. Neeru, try to speak out. Once I am checking my mic also.
Hi.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now I am able to hear perfectly. Okay, now provide here RR capital, I small 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then whatever you created the ODBC connection, that one you need to select from the drop down, ODBC data source drop down. Select from there. There B108 TDBU. B108 TDBU is available in the top only. B108 TDBU. That is the one. Select it. Then provide the username as B108 TDBU. And owner name as automatically is going to populate. Owner name is B108 TDBU. Password RR capital, I small 1, 2, 3. Click on connect. Then you can notice like tables are came here, and expand that one. Expand tables. There you can find out we have a table that is called as ODS underscore employee. Please try to select it. Then click on OK. Click on OK. Excellent job. You created one target table. The target table is known as ODS underscore employee. Now try to save this one. Go to the repository menu, save it. Go to the repository menu and save it. With this we completed saying as saving repository B108RS, folder is B108RR Tech, target table is inserted into the repository. Now with this we completed hands-on 2 that is called as, exercise 2 that is called as importing a target schema or table, whatever it is. Now if you go to bottom, we have next hands-on that is known as hands-on 2 creating mapping. Hands-on 2 that is called as creating a mapping. Okay, what is the meaning of mapping? If you go and see our PowerPoint, this was the third point what we need to understand. Create a mapping with the transformation. Create a mapping with the transformation. Right, what is mapping? What is transformation? We need to understand these words. If you go and see this one, let us say I am going to the mapping. I am going to the mappings. In the mappings, what do you mean by mapping? What is the advantage of that one? So we have here one designer. That designer is known as mapping designer. The mapping designer. Where is the mapping designer in our window? This is called as source analyzer. This is called as target designer. This is called as mapping designer. Mapping designer. Mapping designer is a work area where you can create your mappings. So this was the mapping designer. In this mapping designer, you can find out any mappings are available. You can find out from this mapping list. And we have the transformations. Transformations means like you want to apply the filter, you want to aggregate the data, you want to write the calculations. These all transformations are visible here. And once you create that one, you can have here iconized mappings are available. What is the meaning of this one? Go and try to create one mapping. Go to the mappings menu bar. Go to the mappings menu bar. Already you are in the mapping designer. Go to the menu bar. Right. There we have one option that is known as create. Click on create. And what is the name I suggested? Go to the name, same name. So this is what the name what I am suggesting. What is the name I am suggesting? Go to the mapping, create. Mapping name is what? m_ods_employee. Same name I am trying to provide here, m_ods_employee. Then click on OK button. Try to do it. Click on OK button. Click on OK button. That's perfect. Now, once we clicked on the OK button, now we can add the source as well as target to the work area. So left side we have the source that is known as employee. Drag and drop that one into the work area. That is the employee. Drag and drop into the work area. Similarly, ODS_employee is available. Drag and drop into the work area. For clarity purpose, temporarily you can close the windows whatever available here. This window you can close it. This window also you can close it. How to close is, here we have the two buttons. One is called as navigator window. Second is called as output window. You can use that one and you can close it. Okay. Click on the button that is called as navigator button. Click on navigator button. Then automatically click on that. Automatically that is closed. And also click on that button, output window also closed. Why you are closing that one is temporarily to get the more workspace. Now I have the target is available here, the source is available here, and with source one more thing is came that is called as source qualifier. What is this source qualifier is? Source qualifier is a by default transformation which is going to come with relational database. This is going to attach with relational database or plot file. Whenever you are using a source as a relational database or plot file, then automatically this is going to come into the picture. And this is useful to generate required SQL. It is useful to generate required SQL for entire mapping. So 2 points. Number one is source qualifier transformation is a by default transformation which is going to come for relational database as well as plot file, and it is useful to generate required SQL query. That's what I given here, these points here. If you go and see in the bottom I given, note that an object called as SQ_employee is automatically added to the mapping above. This transformation object is called as the source qualifier and is required with all relational and plot file sources. It was created automatically when an instance of the employee source definition was added to the mapping. Automatically it is going to add it here. Fine. Next activity is, suppose you want to observe the, if you want to observe the backend what is there in the source qualifier. You can double click on the source qualifier header. Each and every object is maintaining one thing that is known as, this is called as header. This is called as header. The color part whatever available, that is called as header. If you want to see the properties of anything, you can click on that one and you can see the properties. Suppose you want to observe the source properties, double click on that one, then go to the ports tab. These are the ports are available. However, these all ports are freezed out. That means you cannot change any property. Suppose tomorrow your one column data type is changed or column precision is changed. In the database level it is changed. Then how it will be coming automatically? It is coming, sir. It won't come automatically. You need to go here and you need to re-import that one. That is a one way. You need to re-import the table. That is a one way. Any one column is added. Let us assume any one column is added in this table. I already imported this table, but in the database level, what, sir? One column is added. You have two options now. We can re-import the table. That is a one option. Second option is you can go to the source analyzer and you can add here column manually. You can add column manually. How to add the column manually is double click on the source. Double click on the source header. Yes, madam. Double click on the source header. There I have the one tab. The tab is known as columns tab. In the columns tab, you can see we have one toolbar. This is called as actually toolbar. This is called as toolbar. In this toolbar, this is called as add a column. This is called as add a new column. This is called as cut a column from this table. Copy the column, then paste the column and go for the positioning of the columns. Now suppose after the type code, I want to add one column. So you can select the type code, click on add column. Click on add column. Click on that. Then you are able to see one column is added, that is known as new field column. New field column. Now whatever you want, you can rename it. Suppose I am renaming as something like this. Okay. Then if you go and see in this mapping, automatically that is reflecting or not, sir? Wherever you use this source, suppose you used the same source in another mapping, used it. There also automatically it is going to come into the picture or not, sir? Suppose you are trying to drag and drop this one, automatically what column is came here? Automatically we got here this column also. So what I would like to say is when any changes occurred in the database level, you need to come to the source analyzer and need to change it. Same rules are applicable for target database change also. Target database change also, its same rules are applicable. Am I clear? Right. Now, you people understand very clearly how to change anyone after you imported the source table or target table, any changes occurred in the database level, how to change here, you understand it. Now I don't want to add any column, try to delete that column. Try to delete that column from the employee table. Yes, madam, try to delete that column. Double click on employee table. Double click on employee table. Then columns. There I have the column. That column you need to select and you need to cut from there. Select the column. What happened, madam? Please select the column. You there? Yeah. Now once you selected the column, this is what the column you need to select. Click on cut. Click on cut. Not like that. You need not enable the not null option. This is not null option you are enabling. Just select like this. Keep your cursor in the 6th row. Then click on the cut. Then click on the cut. Cut is second button. That's correct. Now that column is cutted. Click on OK. Right. We have experienced now one thing that is called as how to drag and drop the source, how to drag and drop the target. And also we are able to talk about what is source qualifier. Source qualifier is a by default transformation. Source qualifier is a by default transformation which is going to come automatically for relational database or plot file. It is useful to generate required SQL query. Perfect. You people understand that point. Next one is Renaming is very simple. Here I have the SQ underscore employee is available. I am renaming as small s small q employee I am renaming. If I want to rename really, it is a big deal or it is a small deal only, sir? Okay, we can go on, we can rename it. Try to go to the mapping designer. Go to the mapping designer. Last button, fifth button. Yes, mapping designer. There I have the source qualifier. Try to double click on source qualifier. Try to double click on source qualifier. Then go to the ports tab. Here unnecessarily one column is added. That column I am trying to delete it. Then go to where, sir, here. Here I have the transformations tab. There you can find out one button. That button is called as here rename button is available. You need to click on this rename button. Then provide here small s small q. Remove the capital S and capital Q and provide the small s and small q. Click on that rename button. Click on that rename button. Click on that rename button. Then OK, again OK. Click on OK, again OK. Again OK. Perfect. You changed perfectly. SQ underscore employee things you change. Suppose in future purpose you want to write some comment lines, you want to write it. You can write whatever comment lines you want to write in this one, you can write it. This is the first mapping we are doing, right? This is the first mapping. This is the first mapping. I want to write it. Then I can go ahead and I can write that one. This is the first mapping. Okay, like this, any comment lines you want to write it, you can write it. Okay, that's what I am trying to do. That's what I am trying to do under the step 4, renaming and examining the source qualifier transformation. Fifth one is creating an expression transformation. Creating an expression transformation. Okay, anyhow, I am going through one word. That word is called as transformation, right? Why can't you can go and learn more about these transformations first, then we'll try to implement the step 5. Okay, that is the reason I would like to give the introduction about the transformations. Let me go for introduction about the transformation. One slide is available here. Introduction about the transformations. These transformations are nothing but converting one form of data into another form is called as transformations. Converting one form of data into another form is called as transformation. Now these transformations having 4 properties. One property is called as passive. Second is called as active. Third is called as connected. Fourth is called as unconnected. And we have n number of transformations are available, sir. You can go on, you can see here transformations. Click on create button. Then you are seeing one big list we are seeing, right? These are the transformations whatever available. If you go and see one by one, if you want to see it, you can see it. This is called as source qualifier transformation, update strategy transformation, expression transformation, stored procedure, sequence generator, aggregator, filter, lookup, like that. That's what my course also, if you go and see here, it is saying here, sir, expression transformation, filter, router, sorter, aggregator, joiner, source qualifier, lookup, update, normal sequence. All the transformations are there or not? So your major part of learning is transformations only. Your major part of learning is transformations only. Okay. Now we need to select here. What's the 4 properties are available? That 4 properties you need to understand. See this diagram once. What is happening is here. This is what my transformation. How many records I am sending as input here? 14 rows I am giving as input. How many records came as output? Same 14 rows are came. If like that number of records input and number of records output are same, then that is called as passive transformation. Best example is expression transformation is a best example. Suppose in my organization, in my company, I have 4,000 employees are available. If I want to calculate the tax, I will calculate for 4,000 employees or only 3,000, sir. 4,000 employees I am going to calculate. That means how many records are giving as input, same number of records are getting as a output. Same number of records you are getting as a output. You are getting my point? That's what it is called as passive transformation. Second is active is available. What do you mean by active is, suppose I am giving here, how many records I am giving as input here? 14, but how many records are coming as output? 5 rows. The number of input records are not equal to the number of output records, then it is called as active. It is no guarantee like always the number of records are going to reduce itself. Sometimes it may be increases also. Suppose I am using here some lookup. I am using here some lookup. I am using, what I am trying to do is, I am providing the input as department number. I am providing as input. This department number corresponding all employees I am trying to getting as the output. In one department number I may have a number of employees. At that moment what will happen, sir? Input maybe I am sending 3 department numbers, but output you may be getting a number of employees. So that is the reason, if input is not equal to output, then it is called as active. If input is not equal to output, then it is called as active. That point also clear. Let us move on to the next one. Connected transformations and unconnected transformations. See this one. See this one. I have here connected. Connected means if you go and see this guy, lookup is connected or not connected, sir? It is connected. And whereas this is what, sir? Unconnected. This is unconnected. Okay. Related to these transformations, I want to write some points. First point, right, sir? First point. First point. First point. Right. All transformations are what's that? Connected. All the transformations you can use as a connected. Next two. Lookup, comma, stored procedure, comma, maplet, input, comma, maplet, output, comma, expression are passive. Expression are passive, and rest of all databases, rest of all transformations are active. Okay, next one. Lookup and stored procedure are unconnected. Next, stored procedure satisfies passive, comma, connected and unconnected properties. Next, from ninth version of Informatica, lookup transformation satisfies active, passive, connected and unconnected unconnected properties. Unconnected properties. Unconnected properties. First point is all transformations can be used as what, sir? Connected. Lookup, stored procedure, maplet input, maplet output expression are passive and rest of all transformations are active. Lookup and stored procedures are unconnected. Stored procedure satisfies passive, connected and unconnected properties. From 9th version of Informatica, lookup transformation satisfies active, passive, connected and unconnected properties. These are the things what you need to understand. Sir, how I come to understand given transformation satisfies what are the properties? Okay, if you go and see the guide here, let us say transformations, help, I have here contents. In the contents, we have here one guide. That guide is known as transformations guide. Suppose I said like lookup is going to satisfy what, sir? All the 4 properties, right? Select the lookup transformation, click on here, then what you are seeing, sir? It is passive, it is active, it is connected, it is unconnected. Suppose I said like stored procedure. Stored procedure is what, sir? Stored procedure transformation is what, sir? It is passive, it is connected, it is unconnected. Suppose we are going for expression transformation. Let us go and try to select the expression transformation. Expression transformation is what, sir? Passive and connected. Okay, let us say if we go for maplet input transformation, maplet input transformation, is it there? So if we go and see here maplet input transformation, it is not there here in the guide, it is not covered. Okay, guide it is not covered. But if you go and see observe here, we have here, let us say maplets are available, then go for the transformations. Maplet is available, then I want to go for one transformation. I can go to the maplet, create one thing, click on OK. Now go to the transformations. What, sir? Create. What are the things are available here? Maplet input and maplet output you can observe somewhere. Go and try to observe here maplet input and maplet output. Is available or not, sir? This is what the maplet input and maplet output. You can select this maplet input and maplet output and you can come to understand what exactly it means. Am I clear? But that is somehow it is not available here. Okay, right. You people understand what is the meaning of that one. Right. Let us move on to the next one, that is called as step 5 of our continuation. You got some kind of brief about what is transformation, sir? Yes or no? We got some brief about the transformation. But however, I am using here one transformation. The transformation is known as expression transformation. I am using it. What is expression transformation? Why we need this expression transformation? If you want to do any type of calculations, except aggregations, at that moment we are going for the expression transformations. Let us go and try to see that slide, then you come to understand more inputs. This is what the expression transformation, whatever available. Now, expression transformation mainly for the purpose of what, sir? Mainly for the purpose of doing the calculations. Calculation using what? Non-aggregate functions. Examples of non-aggregate is, let us say, round. Round is not doing any aggregations here. Now I have here decode. Decode also not doing any aggregations here. These all things are called as non-aggregate calculations. I have here 3 types of ports are available. One is called as input. Input meaning the column is coming from the source, then it is called as input. If the column is going to the target, then it is called as output. If it is an intermediate calculation, it is not coming from the source, it is not going to the target. If it is an intermediate calculation, that is called as variable. So we have the ports are mixed. Mixed means input as well as output plus variables are available. Then creating an expression in an output or variable port. Whenever you select here output or variable, then only you can create the expression. If you select the input, then expression is not available. You cannot write expression. If input port is enabled. If input port is enabled, meaning what, sir? It is coming directly from the source. That is the reason you cannot write any expressions. If the output port is enabled or variable port is enabled, then only you can write the expressions. Now use case, where you are going to use this one, whenever you want to do data manipulations, Whenever you want to do one form of data, if you want to convert into another form, at that moment we are going for this one. So I can say rounding is a one data manipulation. Suppose I am getting the price in the 12.52 cents, let us say 12.34 paisa, something I am getting like that. You want to round it to the only rupees or dollars, then you can round it as okay 12 rupees or $12 like that. At that moment you are going for round, and decode also similarly you can say. Any data manipulations if you want to do, then we go for what, sir? Expression transformation. What data manipulation we are trying to do in our mapping? If you go and see in our mapping, I have here target. Where is the target? Target, this is what the target is available. And if you go and see here, I have here source and also I have here target. Employee ID, I can connect directly with the employee ID, no problem. First, type code I can connect with the type code, date head I can connect with the date head. But what is there, sir, here? Name. Here what is there, sir? First name and last name. These two things I want to concatenate and I want to provide here name. How I can concatenate this one? If you want to concatenate, then we need to take help of one transformation that is known as expression transformation. This expression transformation you can take by going to the transformations menu, click on create. There we have the transformation that is known as expression. Then select here any one name, type it, click on create, click on done. This was the expression transformation. This is the one way how to introduce the expression transformation into the work area. Suppose I don't want to do like that, means here we have one kind of small button that is known as what, sir? Expression transformation. You can click on that one and you can click in the work area so that expression transformation will be coming into the picture. Yes, madam, try to click on that expression transformation. Then click in the work area. We are getting one kind of plus symbol. If you click in the work area, we are getting the expression transformation. Now, whatever columns available in the source qualifier, try to drag and drop the columns from source qualifier to expression. All the columns, select it and drag and drop. All the columns, select it and try to drag and drop. One by one also can drag and drop, or all columns also can drag and drop at a time. Suppose these all columns I need to drag and drop, select all the columns, yes. Now try to drag and drop. Like that. We can drag and drop all the things. Now for better work area purpose, whatever you don't want, you can minimize it like this. Like this you can minimize it so that we'll get the more work area we are going to get it. Now in this one, I have here first name and last name is available. I want to concatenate this as a full name. Double click on expression transformation header. Then go to the ports tab. And for our better understanding purpose, one moment, better understanding purpose, I would like to rename this as, what we are trying to do here, sir? Expression transformation, keyword is exp. Keyword is exp underscore, what we are trying to do, first name underscore last name, we are trying to concatenate here, so I am giving same name. Go to the ports tab, then create a port after the third position. That means fourth position I want the one port. Select the third position first. Then click on the add a new port. Then automatically we are going to get one field. That field is called as new field. Try to rename that new field as full name. Rename that as full name. And what is the data type you want, sir? Data type also I want as a string only. Why? Because this has to hold the first name and last name combination. That is the reason I am giving as a string. And what is the size of this one, sir? First name, whatever size is available, plus last name, whatever size is available, that one. In between, how much gap you want, sir? One space you want. That means total is what, sir? It max 51 is enough. Yes or no? Try to provide 51 over there. 51. Now, is it coming directly from the source, sir? This column full name, is it coming from the source table employee? No. As it is not coming from the source, I can disable this one input. That means it is not coming from the source. Observe here, whenever I disable, then full name expression under expression, whatever available, this is enabling. Yes or no? Otherwise, it is going as a disabled. And as it is not coming from the input, I am disabling it. Tell me, are you passing this first name to the target? In the target table, do I have the first name column? Last name column? No. That is the reason you can go and you can disable this one. First name is not going to the output. Last name is not going to the output. If you click on that one, observe this buttons here carefully. Full name is what, sir? This input button is not there. And first name and last name is what, sir? Output buttons are not there. That's what the indications. If a column is coming from the input, we need to enable the input port. If the column is going to the output, then we need to enable the output ports. Otherwise, you can disable it. Now, once you selected the full name, input port is disabled, then go to the full name drop down. Under the expression, click on the full name drop down. Then we got one window. That window is known as expression editor. Expression editor contains, this is what the expression editor, what it contains. An expression editor is useful to develop what, sir? Formula is a calculation or conditional statement for a specific port or in a transformation. My full name is a one specific port now. Performs calculations based on the ports, functions, operators, variables, etc. If you see here functions, these all functions are available. Second is called as ports, third is called as variables. Some predefined variables are available. Down the line we are going to create our specific variables also. Okay, once you created, you can validate here it is correct or not. Like this, whatever you want, you can write it, the special functions, those all things. Similarly, you try to do here concatenation, try to delete the full name, whatever available. Now search for the concat function, is it available where? You can go to the all functions, then you are looking for one function, that function is what, sir? Concat function, this is what the concat function. What is the syntax, sir? Character 1 and character 2, we need to write between comma. Let us say connect. Then what is the character 1, sir, here? First name. Then what, sir? Comma. Then what, sir? Last name. And also I want one space, right? How we can write the space? First we need to write the first name, then space. On top of it, one more concatenation, you need to write it. Instead of concat this one, what you can do is, one simplest thing is there. First name, then here I have the concatenation symbol. Click on this concatenation symbol. Then I have to go for some space. Again concatenation symbol. Then I want to go for last name. This is the easiest way and it is a recommended way. It is the easiest way and it is a recommended way. If you go and see in our notes, yes, see this one, using the concatenation string operator instead of concat improves Informatica server performance in processing the formula. So which is recommended, sir? This is recommended or this is recommended? This is a recommended, this is not recommended. This is not recommended. For the processing time, performance wise, I can say this point. Perfect. Now click on the validate button. Click on the validate button. Click on the validate button. Click on OK. Again OK. One OK is available here. Then this OK. Now we need to connect here corresponding columns here. Suppose if you want to connect based on the common column names, employee ID, then date hide, okay, type code, you can connect column wise, right click on this one, then auto link by name. If you click on this auto link by name, we are getting your cursor, some kind of plus symbol. Then keep on the header of this one, then drag and drop onto header of this one. One header to another header, drag and drop, then automatically based on the common column names, it is connected or not, sir? That is the one way. Or let us say you want to go with the based on the positions you want to go. You want to go based on the positions you want to go. Then let us say right click, auto link by positions, then drag and drop like this. It will be going forward, sir, one after another. Now let us go and try to Let us go and try to delete this one. Suppose manually you want to connect it, you can go and connect the manually employee ID to employee ID. Then what, sir? First full name to name, then date hide to date hide, then type code to type code. Like this you can connect it. I recommend manual method. Why? Because so that no mistakes will not happen anything. Okay, if you have, let us say you are sure like most of the names are what, sir? Common, then you can go for the auto link by name or auto link by position. But if it's a small 5 or 6 columns or 10 columns, then go with the manual. It won't take much time. Now once you did it, for look and feel better purpose, if you want to right click on this one, there I have two types of arrangements. One is called as arrange all. This is what the arrange all means, like this is going to arrange it. Second is called as arrange all iconic. This is what the arrange all iconic. Okay. Now if you go and observe carefully, this is what our source. These two things are what, sir? These two things are transformations. This is called as what, sir? Target. This is called as your target. You created excellent mapping. This is total. Overall it is called as mapping. Overall it is called as mapping. You created excellent mapping. Now you want to save this one, you can go to the repository menu, you can click on the save it. What is our mapping name, sir? Some reason it is showing as new mapping 3. Actually my mapping is what, sir? M_ODS_employee. You did some kind of manipulations here. Okay, don't worry. Whatever M_ODS_employee is available, I am deleting here. Then whatever available new mapping 3, this one I want to rename. How I can rename? Here I can go for edit option. There what do you want to do, sir? M_ODS_employee. The name is already used. It is saying why? Because just now we deleted but we didn't save it. Now go and try to do it, edit. Then I am trying to do it here. Click on OK. Now save it. Now what happens, sir? Mapping is valid. So you created one beautiful mapping. You can go and you can observe here. Let us say I am going to here. Then go and see here mapping. Inside the mapping, you can see what is available. Source folder is employee. Target is what, sir? ODS_employee, and this is two things are transformations. Can I say now a mapping is a group of sources, group of targets, group of transformations? Yes or no? Today we used only one source, I used it, one target I used it, but two transformations I used it. Down the line I may use a number of sources, a number of targets, a number of transformations. So a mapping is a group of source plus target plus transformation information. A mapping is a group of source plus target plus transformation information. With this I am trying to save it. Let us go for the repository menu, save it. I saved. Now tomorrow onwards we'll try to continue rest of the things. We have the next one that is called as what, sir? Hands-on 3 creating workflow. This is valid or not, sir? This is valid. What you learned today? You learned today how to import the target table. Second, you learned what is transformation. Converting one form of data into another form is called as transformation. What are the transformation properties are available? We have 4 properties. One is active, passive, connected, unconnected. And some points also we understand. All the transformations you can use as a connected. 5 transformations are available which are going to act as a passive. One is expression, maplet input, maplet output, stored procedure, lookup. Only one transformation is going to satisfy all the properties from the 9th version of the Informatica, that is called as lookup transformation. Next, stored procedure transformation is going to satisfy 3 properties. One is connected, unconnected, plus passive. That's what you understand it. And we learned how to create a mapping. You learned it. You dragged and dropped the source and you dragged and dropped the target and you connected all the things you connected. That's what you understand. So I recommend you people to practice the hands-on 1 and hands-on 2 and try to finish that one. Tomorrow we'll discuss about tomorrow means Monday. Monday we'll discuss about the hands-on 3 and continuation. Am I clear? Right. Thank you. Thanks, Niru. And try to listen
so the question I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
So source qualifier, you said that it is used in case of relational database or flat files. If it's a multi-dimensional database, then we don't use source qualifier.
Yeah, at that moment you are going to use something else. What is that? We come to understand down the line.
Some other transformation, you mean?
Yeah, correct, correct.
And one more thing, sir, that this entire work we do in production systems, or we do it in dev in real-time environment.
What is that? Once again.
Like whatever we are doing in Informatica, like whatever you are teaching that transformations and creating the sources and targets, so that happens in production environment, or it happens in dev box in real time.
Both the cases.
So we have to do rework in production as well if we are doing it in dev.
Which one? Connections, right?
No, I'm saying that we have to rework the same things in production also.
Normally we are going to move the code actually. Whatever you developed here, this one what we are going to do is, if you go to the repository manager, okay, from here we can go to the mapping, whatever available, what you developed. This one you can select it. Okay, right, go for the export objects. Then whatever you develop, that one you can save as a one XML file. See, it is exported a source definition, target definition, mapping definition onto your desktop. Okay, now what you can do is you can go to the production environment and you can import it. This is what is exported. This XML file you can import into the production environment.
Like we do the deployment in OBI, right? Same
Correct.
thing here.
Exactly, same to here, same to here. Anyhow, that we come to understand down the line.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, bye bye. Monday we are going to meet same time. Yeah, Akhilesh, how is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And also listen one more time the video which is available in the blog.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Excuse me, Ram. Ram, this
Yeah.
is Mahi.
Who is this?
This is Mahi, Ram.
Yeah, Mahi.
I mean, hard time to, work with the system administrator to fix this, problem, yeah,
that is
yesterday,
XMLP server issue, right?
XML server issue, and he was trying to install, VMware, VMware, and also my.
Those guys are actually somewhat busy with some other tasks, sir. I will make sure by tomorrow.